Well, we are set up and ready to go from the Huntsman Center. Orem versus Timpview. Let's go. And we'll start first with Mason Ford. Turns that one out to Corbin Hansen. Now straight away, this is Isa Naliai. Naliai had that one poked away from behind. Good hands there by Trey Hyatt. And the ball will remain with the T-Birds at 26 seconds on the shot clock.
Wesley starting today, didn't start that second matchup, came off the bench. It speaks to the versatility of their roster. They can play various roles, and in this quarterfinal game, love that they're saying, hey, we need one of our best guys on the floor for a majority of it. We'll see what impact he can make.
Ruker gets that ball inside, and it's a finish for Will Openshaw. And a good couple of possessions there for Timpview.
Yeah. Openshaw's got great length. Another sophomore on this young Timpview roster. And I love that Ruker's looking to get that ball out early. Dean can be a great creator, but if he can get his teammates going, that can lead to good things for the T-Birds.
On the drive, that ball swatted away from Jax Allen, taken away again. And now on the run with the T-Birds. Dean Ruckert hangs, does not get the call. Rebound to Dastrup on the run. Dastrup sends out to Asher Young, baseline floater short. Wesley couldn't get the board. It goes in the hands of Asher, and he misses the bunny. And now down the floor with the T-Birds. Feed the ball inside. Nice hands by Jax Allen to slap that away from Will Openshaw. It'll be T-Bird ball on the baseline.
Openshaw making his notice early. A couple blocks on the defensive end, running the floor here. Love the hands there by Jax Allen, who transferred in Orem this year. He's been a great scorer, but you love to see a guy locked in on both ends.
Ruckert hanging on a pivot, sends that out to Corbin Hansen. Back out to Dean Ruckert.
Watch for Ruckert creating. He does such a good job of getting to the free throw line. It's a big part of his offense.
Ford down the lane, blocked away by Wesley.
The interior D on both sides been active. Hands up, verticality, getting good blocks.
Dastrup sends that out to Jax Allen.
Kind of surprised he didn't take that.
I'm really shocked by that. Of course, it's Jax Allen, Asher Young, Chance Dastrup, Trey Hyatt, and Kai Wesley, the starters for Coach Jace DeVita, a former University of Utah point guard. Dastrup straight away for three. Off the mark, rebound to Hyatt. Hyatt powers it back up and in.
Boy, they're letting him play early. I thought Hyatt had that off arm held down on that rebound. Doesn't matter, able to finish it through. And we've seen really physical on both ends here in these opening minutes.
If you hear any clappings, because intern Ellery is a former cheerleader at Orem. She's all excited to see her Golden Tigers on the floor today. Shout out to Isa Naliai. Now Ruckert on the drive. Ruckert lost the handball.
Oh, I thought it was out.
I thought he dribbled it out of bounds. Mr. Official's right there, said no. Ford will pull for three, back rimmed, and then out of bounds. Also want to thank Vince Francis gets all this set up and make everything look good, play good, and run good. I think that's proper English. And Austin Bigelow is doing an adequate job on the camera thus far.
Huh. That's family, so that comment's acceptable.
He came dressed to impress today.
Yeah, he did. Making statements.
This is Jax Allen, free throw line jumper, rolled in. The former aviator.
They'll take that touch. And look, we saw Timpview miss a three on the other end. I think that three-point shooting is going to be really pivotal today. How does that translate up here at the Huntsman Center? Timpview right now shooting in that open end on the west side. But whoever can find their long range is probably going to have an advantage in this early tip.
Oh, Openshaw was not expecting that. Loose ball tracked down by Asher Young. And back down the floor with the Tigers. Been a bit since Orem's won a state championship in basketball. 2012 at the East Center, before it was even the Maverick Center. Hyatt finds Wesley. Wesley gets some space and finishes. Kai Wesley looking like his uncle's right there.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You look at the youth. Hyatt's a junior, Wesley a sophomore. Both these two teams, they're going to be here again next year, Dusty, because they are so young and so talented that you see youth making impact here early.
And again, we're going to apologize. Nothing we can do about that viewpoint along the baseline, or probably sideline. With the rotunda of the Huntsman Center, you just get cut off there in the corner.
Can we have Ellery go talk to her friends, tell them to sit down? Sit down.
Yeah, they're all.
That'll go over well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ford dropped that ball inside to Openshaw, got Wesley off his feet, can't get it. And a rebound to Hyatt.
It's great patience, though. I mean, you get the look you want if you're Openshaw. Just got to hit that.
Wesley at the rim and the finish.
Big men who can run. We talked about it for Timpview. We talked about it here for Orem. They both can get up and down the floor.
An 8-2 start for Orem. Skip pass to Corbin Hansen. And Corbin with the answer from 3.
Yeah, that's a big one for Timpview. Talked about how important it'll be to get off on a good foot, shooting from long range. 35% as a team for Timpview. That's a big part of their game.
It is region rivalry day in the quarterfinals. Orem Timpview, and that ball is out of bounds. A pass from Dastrup finds nobody. Will be followed by Alta versus Brighton, Olympus versus Skyline, and then our nightcap, or probably said nightcap, afternoon cap.
Yeah.
Highland versus Bountiful, and then we'll go into our girls' schedule today.
First year in a long time that Springville girls won't be here.
They are here. They play Timpview.
Oh, my gosh. You're right.
Springville boys.
Yeah.
As the 3 straight away from Openshaw is good, and we're tied at 8.
He was so big in the second matchup. Loved what we saw from him, and I love his confidence coming out here early for Timpview.
You know what I love is Jace Tavita and Izzy Engel dress better than Division I basketball coaches.
Yeah, there are no jumpers when you're coaching with these two, right?
No.
And it's the whole bench of Timpview is suited up.
3 from Allen, in and out. I had a coach earlier this year say to Timpview, he's like, I didn't know we were going to church today. Here goes Nali in the paint. Isa hanging on a pivot, can't get it. Ball tipped around, still loose, and then taken by by Asher Young. Now on the run with Dastrup. You know what this is? This is the Nakua Bowl. How we not mentioned that this far, especially with Puka, what he did at the Celebrity All-Star game, and of course his brothers played at Timpview, including Tay. They dropped that ball in to Wesley, and Wesley fouled by Openshaw. And that's going to put Kai Wesley at the line.
I love that Orem continued to try to work inside. Talk about the length of both of these two teams, but if you're the Tigers, everything right now feels like trying to get to the rim. Not settling for a lot on the exterior, and I think with an early start on a weekend in a building like this, that makes a lot of sense.
And the free throw missed there by Wesley. And our free throws this week are brought to you by NutriCost. Did you know that NutriCost is a Utah-made company? With over 300 products available on NutriCost.com, you can find any supplement you need. I use them. That you need is available on NutriCost.com. Use the code UtahMade. Get 30% off your supplement order at NutriCost.com. A proud supporter of Rewind's coverage of the 2024 5A and 6A Boys and Girls State Tournaments. Drop that ball inside. This is Randy Coy Jr. Or pardon me, that wasn't Randy Coy. That was
Tolstrup.
Tolstrup misses that shot. Back down the floor with Orem. Send that ball to the corner. This is Robinson.
This is a guy you got to keep a man on. He's one of the best three-point shooters for Orem. He can knock him down from anywhere on the floor.
Duncanville, Texas learned that very quickly in the win of Orem over Duncanville back in December.
When he heats up, he's a problem.
And he's just a freshman, right?
Sophomore.
His father, Nick, on the staff at BYU. 8 seconds. Wesley hands that ball back to Jax Allen. Jax with 4. With 3, Jack steps through. Ruker has a ball tipped. That's going to be
I don't think it hit the rim.
It did not hit the rim. That's a shot clock violation. It'll be Timpview basketball.
How about the defense there of Timpview? And you talk about the length. We talk about all the youth for Orem, the youth for Timpview. I mean, it feels like everyone at Timpview is 6'4" or taller, with the exception of their backcourt. And Ford and Nalia are not tiny.
No.
And so, I mean, it's going to be a problem. We talk about Orem trying to work inside, and I love that approach. But you got to do something to get that defense moving a little bit to create some good open opportunities against the interior length.
You know how mad Coleman Ford has to be that his little brother Mason gets all the hype? Coleman Ford was a 4-year
we were
starter.
all over Coleman.
Yeah, we love Coleman Ford. That shot does not go. Rebound to Allen on the run with Wesley. Kai dribbled that ball out of bounds, saves it into Naliai. Tolstrup for 3. Yes. And a lead to Timpview, 11-9. That's a 9-1 run from the T-Birds.
He's actually taken the second most threes on this Timpview roster. You don't think that number 33, your big 6'8" guy, is going to do it. He does. Shoots it confidently, shoots it well, and gives the lead back to Timpview.
It was reunion week this week for the Jazz. Mehmet Okur brought that all to Utah. Hyatt on the baseline, and it rolls in. Gets a shooter's roll, tied up at 11. And won't get a shot off at the horn, and that will do it for the first quarter. And at the end of one, it is tied up at 11 between Orem and Timpview. You're watching the 2024 5A State Tournament on KSLSports.com. Coverage brought to you by NutriCost. Hey, there we go. Welcome back. Welcome back into Huntsman Center. Dusty Lister, Dane Stewart with you. And we got something new. We've always done the trivia.
Yeah.
But now we've got a sponsor.
Yeah, we do.
Handel's Ice Cream is going to be sponsoring the trivia throughout the week. So our trivia question put together by Dane Stewart.
Yeah, here we go. Last year, Timpview beat Orem in the playoffs. When was the last time Orem beat Timpview in the playoffs?
In basketball.
In basketball.
Basketball.
That's your trivia question. Last time that Orem beat Timpview in the playoffs. You can submit your answers via our social media handles. See in the bottom right there. Let us know, and we got a little something for you to get it right.
Robinson knocks down the three, and it's a 14-11 lead. That's right. Submit an answer. You can tweet at us or Zed at us. What am I doing? You can Zed us. You can message us on the X app. You can hit us up on Instagram. Last time Orem beat Timpview in basketball in the state tournament, you get a $10 gift card to Handel's, redeemable at the Sandy location on 114 South, Fort Union or Ogden.
Look at that length, keeping this alive for Timpview.
Talk about the long arms there.
Yeah.
And the three from Nalia won't go. I mean, there was more hands there than the sea of hands catch by the Raiders against the Dolphins in the 70s. The three from Dastrup is good.
He gets so much credit for passing the basketball, and he should, but he can score.
Yes, he can.
It's just he looks to facilitate first. But as you can tell, very comfortable.
We always say basketball is a game of runs. It was an 8-2 run for Orem, a 9-1 run for Timpview, and now a 11. It was 11-8. There's a charge. Going to take that one away from Jax Allen. It'll be a foul to Allen, the first of the quarter on the Tigers.
Number 2, Jax Allen of Orem is first. First team foul, second quarter.
Probably it's a 6-0 run for Orem. We were tied 11.
Jax Allen.
It's 9-0, right? Because it was 11-9.
Right, it was 11-9. Right.
Look, guys, it's Saturday. We're not supposed to have to do math on Saturdays.
That's why I'm not doing swimming today. That's too much math in swimming. So let McKay Larson do it. By the way, if you're wanting to watch swimming, you can go check that out on KSLSports.com with McKay Larson on the call. Is that three from Dean Ruckert won't go. Tipped out and out of bounds, and the ball will go back to the Golden Tigers. Dan and I, we talk about we cut our teeth. We cut our teeth doing Orem games because we weren't allowed to do Provo games. I mean, in Timpview or Provo because there was a service that did them all. We lived with Craig Cusick, Tanner Lamb, Timo Valimaki, that team of Coach Michael Connors.
Yeah.
I love that team.
Played on different size rims.
Craig Cusick still doesn't get my name.
We talk about growing up. We learned a lot back then, right? But, man, that team was so fun up and down the floor and, like, their guard line. And, man, they were awesome to watch.
Tanner Lamb was the first, like, high-flying guy we got to see in the state.
Yeah.
And then Highland beat him in the semifinals that year. And the Highland hecklers heckled Dusty out of the gym that night.
Of course, Dane was all about Highland and Steve Panos. My guy.
Oh, that ball knocked out of bounds. That went off of Orem. I thought they were going to say off of Timpview. Izzy Ingles saw what I saw. And let's see if we have it on the replay here on the Utah Facial Plastics replay. I thought it went off his back. Well, I guess it already hit the ground.
Yeah.
Good catch by the officials. So I want to thank Utah Facial Plastics for their support of our coverage. A little baseline jumper from Dastrup. No good. Tip back up and in by Asher Young.
Stop crashing the glass there by Asher.
Of course, Asher Young signed to play as a PWO at BYU. He and Lance Reynolds III. That ball tipped away from behind, taken by Jax.
Oh.
Allen to the rim and lays it in.
How about that feel, huh? Nali going for the steal, and Jax Allen felt him come around. You see that lane open up, and Jax takes care of the rest.
A 12-0 run from Orem. Orem with the lead. You're watching the 2024 5A State Tournament on KSLSports.com. Welcome back into the Huntsman Center. Dusty Lister and Dane Stewart. A 12-0 Orem run. And Dane, it's not just one guy. We'll have games throughout this week that's going to be one guy. And was that a correct answer, Dane?
It is a correct answer. We have a winner, folks.
Is he eligible to win is the question.
I don't know. I'll let you determine that.
We'll let Vince determine it. It's ball's inside. Isa Naliai doesn't get that one to go. Rebound to Jax Allen.
Of course, now the answer's out there, so people can.
But the only thing you see, but he's first. That's the thing. When you're first, you're first.
Yeah. We'll get to that. I know we're gonna. This is what we call a tease.
Hey, by the way, you have plenty of chances. There's a steal from Ruckert. You have plenty of chances to win things from us. None of them are healthy. So we have Handel's ice cream, which is terrific, by the way. My favorite is the Buckeye ice cream. The only time you're going to hear me love Buckeyes as Ruckert. What a finish by Dean Ruckert.
His patience, and he just kind of waits. I talked about his knack to get to the line, but it's that play right there, right? It's like patient, wait, where's the window, and get a defense to try to get frustrated or try to make that stop. And a lot of times you'll see those as and one opportunities for Dean.
Taking another look at it, there's a defensive foul on Timpview.
Look at that. Even Asher's coming across the body. You probably could have had a foul early there. I'm okay with the officials letting it play on. I'm not being critical of that. But.
Personal foul on number 33, Kellen Toaster. His first.
But also, as I was mentioning earlier, we will do, Dane and I like to drop movie quotes, TV show quotes, and things like that throughout the week. And we usually say, hey, hit us up. You'll get something. Well, guess what you'll get this year? You'll love this. A 4-pack of Crumble cookies when you're the first one to respond whenever we timely drop out, a movie quote. As Asher Young leaves that one short. The ball, although say, was blocked by Timpview.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that 4-pack Crumble, that's dessert night for the whole family.
All 28 games, by the way. Handles and Crumble for all 28 games here at the Huntsman Center. You'll get a chance to win ice cream and cookies as Asher Young, or probably that was Jax Allen, rather, gets that bucket.
Going right at again. And again, that's one where regular season, you might see a foul call there. Playoffs, we're letting them play. And I think, I feel like I've seen that first and second round games this week.
A lot.
Which I'm all about.
At the rim, they've made them really compete as Isa Naliai gets his first bucket of the evening or morning.
We're going to do that plenty, too.
Yeah, we are. Let me go back and rewatch this. They'll never know that this game was at 9:30 in the morning. As out to Robinson, near side to Jax Allen. Allen jab stepping at Naliai. Now takes it. Jax floated up. No. Great contester by Openshaw. And now we'll have a loose ball foul on Timpview.
On Orem.
Or probably on Orem, right. And Dane, can you go over the back in basketball?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Yes, you can go over the back of that.
I'm sorry. Look, Dane's going on 4 hours sleep, so he's going to be a little slow.
We're going to take a quick time out. We'll get our scoreboard fixed. You're watching the 2024 5A state tournament. And now we're back. You can hear us, but our winner, our first winner of the day. Now, you only get one per household, and some of you, I know your households, especially this guy. Is we have a foul on the rebound on Dean Ruckert. Our question, go ahead, Dane. Give the question one more time.
Yeah, 2015, the 4A quarterfinal. Orem, the last time they defeated Timpview in the basketball playoffs. That game, 62-48. And just for fun, who was on the roster for Timpview? One, Britton Covey.
Yeah.
One, Gavin Baxter.
Gavin Baxter. You also had Isaiah Nakua was on that team. I want to say it was in the second round of the state, right? Second round?
Quarterfinal.
3 is there.
Back then, it would have been the second round, but it was truly a quarter because you didn't have as many rounds.
That was the game after, and Austin Bigelow, our cameraman, was actually at that game too as the manager for Timpview. Is that 3 on the way from Hanson is good. Here we go. Now the offense is going. That was after Timpview broke the single-game team three-point record up at the D Event Center. I remember that one. There's the 3 on the way, and good from Asher Young.
Well, you see the confidence, and Orem able to build that lead, and now it's trying to go toe-for-toe, match what Timpview's bringing on the offensive end.
So Rob Gertzen gets the ice cream. Rob, just come by my house and you can come get the card. You know where it is. It's a 3 on the way. Is good. Now starting to pick it up in the morning is Dean Ruckert. That's 3 straight threes.
Yeah.
Between both teams.
Yeah. Boy. Kind of looking shots, too. Sometimes you wonder when you come here, especially shooting on that portal end, how easy that is for shooters to adjust. No problem for Timpview. How about this being aggressive defensively? It works.
And Ruckert forced the steal, now gets the ball off the pass. Oh, he missed the layup. Soccer dabbing around from Hansen, sent out to Naliai. Shot clock to 30 seconds. A three from Tolstrup. Long on the board to Wesley. Dastrup, give it up to Young. Asher, inside out to Robinson. The three was online a little long. Rebound to Young, and Asher, no, at the rim. Ball still loose, and now a foul going to be called on Kai Wesley.
Wow.
Said he grabbed him on the floor.
I thought they might have gotten Ruckert on the original rebounder for Orem.
Let's see if we have a look here on the Utah Facial Plastics. No. Oh, it's a little too late to the trigger. Let it bring us back.
Checking back into the Timpview lineup, number 25, facing forward.
Our next game, Alta versus Brighton. I don't know if I want to spoil this already, but you're not going to be here for that one. Dane's got some other stuff he's going to take care of after this game. Alta's first game in this building since the Bonneville game when Jackson Johnson was a sophomore. As that ball loose, picked up by Naliai. Naliai sends that out for three, for four, no. And the rebound taken by Kai Wesley. If you remember, that was the night. That was the morning, rather, I should say.
Yep,
the Bonneville could not miss.
Alta team was so good. Jackson Hayden and
the young Jackson Johnson.
Yeah,
had all those shooters, and it was at Bonneville just unreal that day. They had the one young man had 5 threes in the first half. As Dastrup in the lane, the floater's there. Shot clock turned off. We're down to 15 seconds left in the half, and a fast first half. Ford up top to Ruckert. Asher Young went for the steal, knocked it loose. Wesley, can he beat the clock, Euro? Man, we have bodies all over the place, contact all over the place. They let it all go, and that will do it for the end of the first half. We're through 2 quarters, a game 1 of 8 of the day, and it is Orem leading their rival Timpview 31-21. You're watching the 2024 5A State Tournament on KSLSports.com. Our coverage brought to you by NutriCost. Go to NutriCost.com right now. Get your supplement order. Over 300 products available on NutriCost.com. Use the code UtahMade. That's a Utah-made company with Utah-made products for Utah-made people. Put in the code UtahMade. Get 30% off your order at NutriCost.com.
This is NutriCost Kids Vitamin D Gummies. They contain a child's daily dose of vitamin D for a healthy immune system. They taste amazing, kids love them, and they're low in sugar. Easy for parents, great for kids.
Welcome back into the Huntsman Center. Dusty Lister, Dane Stewart. Man, Orem up 10, but it was a scorching finish to that half for Orem.
Yeah, it was. Had a 20-10 third quarter advantage, but you look at the stats, Dusty, both teams took a similar number of shots. It's just better shooting from Orem, 13 of 28 from the floor, 8 of 26 from the floor for Timpview. And the rebounding, look, tip the cap to Orem. They're out-rebounding Timpview 21-12. I did not expect that to be the case. And you see another opportunity for Timpview just missed, one that they normally make and have made all year long.
Ruckert could not get to that lob. Well, got to the lob, just didn't finish it. And we'll start, or coming down the floor now with the Orem Golden Tigers. Is Wesley hands back to Dastrup. Dastrup goes back out to Kai. Kai down the lane, reverse it and score it. Beautiful take and finish by Kai Wesley.
Yeah, you have to see that defense collapse down once there's that dribble penetration, and then you hand back to Wesley, who's got that lane opened up. That's a great read and a nice finish from the sophomore.
That's what we're talking about, the willingness of Dastrup to pass it. As Ford misses on the 3. Dastrup lies past Asher Young right to the rim. And Asher with the finish. Beautiful pass by Dastrup.
They're called the Golden Tigers, but today it's been the Running Tigers. They've been up and down the floor, and you see right there, Asher Young down before any of the defense.
Down the lane, Ford is bumped, fouled, and he gets the points.
And that's the thing for me is who's going to step up if you're Timpview. We've seen a couple of shots made by Open Shot, but I think this might be the guy. Ford, so good in the lane. I think he's got to really say, all right, I want to make my impact in this game. Not to be a selfish player, but when the opportunity's there, go and take advantage of it. Look to get a strong finish, and I love that take there by Mason.
You ready for a fun fact?
I love fun facts.
Did you know that Ford and Dastrup are cousins?
I did not know that.
I just learned that during halftime. I have a good source on that one. Is the free throw good from Ford. We mentioned, it's the full court trap on. Ford with the steal. Give it up to Hansen. Hansen finds Naliai. Misses the layup. A lot of bunnies.
Yep.
Bunny Fufu is very safe today.
You probably have 4 or 5 of plays just like that Timpview's left on the floor. That's a good 6-8 points.
And you got to call that ball on the floor. He was in a gather, not in his habitual shooting motion.
Yeah. Normally you get in trouble when you got Fords in the air, and no difference here. And you could almost say there's maybe a little bit of an undercut there. As that's in a shot, right? But legs taken out from underneath Mason.
And nice job there. If Mason Ford getting over for the jump ball, possession arrow will stay with the Orem. You ready for another fun fact?
I love fun facts.
Ford was one of the main plane manufacturers during World War II.
I did know that.
I didn't know that until I was watching the Titans Who Built America.
I learned that off of Ford versus Ferrari.
I guess
he makes that comment.
That's true, huh? I forgot about that, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the foul on Timpview. The foul goes to
we just had an opportunity that we missed, Dusty. That could have been our movie trivia.
We'll do it later.
We'll find it. We'll find it.
There's much better lines.
Oh, that is true. And technically, we didn't give a line. It was a concept.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What movie taught you the Ford built planes in World War II?
Matchup opportunity here.
Wesley backs his way down, misses on the jump hook, the rebound to Ford.
I love that, though. You feel like you got a size advantage. Just back him down, get a close finish. I know it came out, but love that mentality from Kai.
Rukert sending that ball back out to Hansen. He's got a feeling Timpview is going to go on a run.
They need to. And Orem's been playing a lot of man defense in this game. They continue to do so here. And the length of Timpview hasn't been able to beat it.
Openshaw banks in the 3.
Second 3 for Openshaw. Oh, boy.
And now a steal on the inbound. Rukert to the corner. Oh, Mason Ford drives, doesn't get the call. Nothing there down low. We saw this last night in the Layton Copper Hills game, too. They aren't calling anything at the rim. Nice take and finish by Openshaw. Nice contest from Wesley, but it wasn't good enough.
It was Openshaw with 5 straight points, and just like that, we got a 2-possession game as Will Openshaw being that guy to make his impact felt.
35-29, a 6-point game. You're watching the 2024 5A State Tournament on KSLSports.com. And welcome back in. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart with you. As we mentioned, our playoff coverage brought to you by NutriCost. Go to NutriCost.com. Over 300 supplement products to choose from. Use the code UTAHMADE. And not only that, we want to also thank our friends at Utah Facial Plastics. They are the the replay and timeout sponsor this week. Get a free consultation. Let them know you saw the ad on Rewind or on our coverage of the state tournament. Get a free consultation to either for Utah for facial stuff. And if you're a man, if you need to get your hair taken care of as well as Dastrup right to the rim.
Dastrup does not need his hair taken care of. Look at the flow there for Chance Dastrup. Some of us don't have that blessing.
Doug will talk to you.
We may have to give him a call. Yeah. I got a very understanding wife, so that's a good thing.
Hair restoration is a big thing right now, Utah Facial Plastics. Now that, I'll share another little personal fun fact here in a minute is Rukert give that one up to Naliai. Naliai on the baseline gets that one to go.
I love that Timpview's putting on this press. It's already paid dividends early, and I would keep bringing it if I'm Coach Izzy Engel.
I think it forces you into a rhythm a little bit too.
Yep.
Is Wesley, do you get this one? Wesley pulls on the 3. Oh, the save to Asher Young. Young back to Kai.
How about that split?
Out. That ball was down and then out, and that ball out of bounds, and they'll call this one.
Wow. How about this move by Wesley? I mean, it's not a banana split. You can only get those at Handel's Ice Cream, but that's a heck of a job there from Kai, just right between the defense. Just rimmed out.
This came out and the replay operator just didn't continue to let it run out so we could see who the ball went off of. As Dean Rukert send that ball over to Naliai. Now Openshaw. Nearly banked in his second 3.
Yeah.
You think his depth perception's off just a little bit. Is on the run now with Jax Allen.
Just aim for the square, man. Aim for the square.
Wesley with Openshaw. Kai finds backside to Hyatt, who reverses and scores. Beautiful pass there from Wesley.
Yeah, you sneak Hyatt underneath that zone, and if you can get that pass through, you've got that quick shot opportunity before the defense can reset. Love the vision by Kai to find that.
And the 3 is short by Naliai. Saved back to Openshaw. Now Rukert I feel like we're missing a bucket on the scoreboard. Not our scoreboard, but in the building. Wasn't it not 39-31 before that bucket?
I don't know. I haven't been looking at the score. I'm too dialed into the game, Dusty. I'm laser.
They got lasers, blazers, all kind of azers. As inside is Ford, left that one short. And now we'll have a foul on the rebound.
Everything's hard for Timpview right now. I mean, even you go back to the jumper that Nali hit from short. Felt like he was holding on that a little bit long just to make certain he's got the vision right. It just feels like things are hard for Timpview trying to break down this Orem D.
Very true. I mean, nothing's come easy. They had a moment where I feel like they found rhythm, getting a couple threes, and it just has not been there. I mean, look on that play on the inbound. Dean Rucker couldn't make it through.
Yeah.
He would think he was going through the Mayfu Express. And he just couldn't quite get through it.
That was a great video from the fall.
That was a great
The Mayfu Express.
This one, I better just make one up as we go.
Right?
Because the other ones, we knew what we were doing. As that one goes out of bounds, and that was ones that I think we figured this one out. We'll do it this way.
We had to improv it a little bit, but hey, it worked.
Yeah, it was the editing. I didn't grunt that much when I ran through there.
Although the tackling dummy was pretty fantastic.
That's the best video.
That was the editing.
Rucker down the lane and one.
There you go. But talk about freeing up. Look at this step. You get Asher Eyes moving, trying to sense that screen, the lane opening up, and how about Dean Rucker? PF flying to the rim, young man. That a kid?
Gets the foul and puts him at the Utah Facial Plastics, Nutricost free throw line. And he got a little facial look there, put him on a postcard.
He may not need supplements with those hops, but hey, if he does, check out Nutricost.com.
Utah made, get 30% off. I use their amino acids, the BCAAs, creatine, their TMG as well.
Down to 5. This is the closest this game has been in a while, Dusty.
Cross court, Jax Allen. Allen terminates, step through, float it, comes off the rebound, taken by Tolstrup. All the momentum wearing the checkers of Timpview.
And you see some of those shots that Timpview was missing along this game. Now Orem starting to be bit from close at the rim.
Out top with Mason Ford. Mason gives that one up to Hansen. Now Nali, deliberate possession here. 8 seconds left in the shot clock. Down to 5. 3 seconds. Lob inside. Ruckert all by himself. And Dean Ruckert on a personal 5-0 run. And it's a one-possession game.
You open everything up. You get your best player with a little juke move like he's going to come out, take those jumpers he loves, and he just goes right back to the rim.
Orem's lead trimmed down to 3. Drop it inside to Kai Wesley. Wesley looks opposite. The corner 3. No from Allen. Tipped around. That ball's off of Nali and will stay here.
Tell you what, those are the shots Orem's got to hit. I mean, we talked about when you get open looks, right? You get a kick out to the corner, wide open. That's one that you're hitting earlier. And to try to withstand this Timpview surge, that's one that Jax would love to have back.
Yeah, that's an eat a sandwich open right there. He could eat a sandwich and still got that shot off. That opening was in the corner, just unfortunately did not fall.
6 inch foot long.
Yeah. I got my favorites. And, I don't get it Mike's way. That's too much oil and vinegar. Send that one out. Lower the shoulder. Wesley,
that's got to be offensive, right?
Yeah, there's the offensive foul.
And you could even see there, felt a little delayed on making that call.
Yeah.
But you see that shoulder dip. I mean, that's textbook 101. That's one you'll show in a clinic. Guys, here's a charge.
Well, it's Mr. Official saying, are you going to call it? You're going to call it? Nope, I got it. There we go.
Returning to the Orem lineup, number 2, Jax Allen. Into the Timpview lineup, number 12, Will Openshot.
Little open shot checks in. As we were 1 minute, 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. Nobody home. Tolstrup ends up open, and we're tied at 39. Said it earlier, I feel like Timpview could get on a run, Dane, and it ties this game up.
Yeah, and you could argue that pressure they put on really did try to speed Orem up at a rhythm that they were not comfortable with. And some missed opportunities. So then get it back.
Jax Allen,
There you
nice
go.
pass. 41-39. Shot clock turned off. This will be the last possession, presumably, of the third quarter.
Orem continues to do such a nice job moving that zone with their drive and then making runners come in behind it. Good passes, finishes at the rim. Love the approach from Coach Tavita's group.
So Dean Ruckert up top. Dean pulls for three and hits. What a shot by Dean Ruckert. Dastrup with time at the horn.
Oh.
And it's Dean Ruckert's clutch three, giving Timpview a 42-41 lead.
He had the three-point play that kind of kicked this run off. The three to close the run and the third quarter.
We go to the fourth quarter. Timpview 42, Orem 41. The winner moves on to the 5A semis. You're watching the 2024 5A state tournament on KSLSports.com.
This is apple cider vinegar from NutriCost. This is apple cider vinegar from another leading brand. NutriCost has 500 milligrams of apple cider vinegar. So does this other brand. NutriCost is third-party tested, non-GMO, and gluten-free. This other brand? Well, we're not sure. NutriCost is also available at a great price delivered right to your door. NutriCost has over 500 different products for health and wellness. NutriCost, only what you need.
Start of the fourth quarter, Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart with you from the Huntsman Center. Game 1 of 8 today, and it's a good one. Orem and Timpview, a one-point ball game. Timpview making the run after falling behind. It was at 13 points. And make a run, take the lead to come into the fourth quarter. Winner moves on to the 5A semifinals. So they'll take on the winner of Alta or Brighton.
We've talked about in prior years, Dusty, whenever you're shooting that portal end, stats tend to go down. And we've seen that flip, and I think the shooting effectiveness has inverted as well based off of that direction.
Kyle Wesley going to pick up the foul. I think it's number 3 on Kai.
Number 23, Kai Wesley. That's a learned foul.
And it is.
First team foul.
We used to run the stats boards. We're not doing that today.
Yeah. Well, we got fries to sell, Dusty.
We used to could a lot of things.
You know, normally Dane comes with a stat sheet, but not today. He'll work on that.
Dane's a little busy. Dane's got Utah Lax coming up. Don't leave our stream, but if you want to go support Dane, you can do that. Open shot, can't get that one. Wesley with the board.
That's the beautiful thing about streams, man. You can have multiple up,
Multiples,
right?
absolutely. Hey, swimming's going on right now. I haven't checked in with McKay Larson to see how that's going. The 6A swim meet happening right now. The 5A swim meet, as that ball goes out of bounds, has already had multiple records broken. Olympus boys might not be it's amazing. You have 2 all-time teams. The Olympic girls has a chance to score the most points in the history of the state championship swim meet from any classification. McKay had it projected to have 486 points, which would be a smash the state record. The Olympus boys have the chance to smash the Olympus boys record from a couple years ago today in the 5A state swim meet.
Of course, the Olympus boys have a chance to set a record here at the Huntsman Center as well, but we're going to tee that up. We don't want to spoil that one.
That's a trivia question for game number 3.
It is.
That ball does not go.
So you'll want to come join us for that one. Get a free gift card for Handel's Ice Cream.
Handel's Ice Cream gift card. We still have our pop culture moment brought to you by Crumble. It will be a 4-pack of Crumble cookies, but it's got to kind of come in the moment. I had a moment just a little bit earlier. I quoted dodgeball.
I thought you were going to use it. Yeah.
I know I was going to. Ruckert hits the deck. Mercy. If you're going to the rim today, do that at your own peril.
That ball looks stuck.
On the drive, that's good hands. Yeah, jump ball. Dastrup tied him up.
Position 4. Substitution.
Yeah, it looks like Ford's got a step, but it's a great job by Dastrup coming right on top of the ball there.
Easter dinner. I mean, they're going to tussle for the rolls. As Dastrup just got that off the Jax Allen.
It felt like the physicality is giving Timpview an advantage here.
Ford with the steal. Dastrup on the chase along with Asher Young. And now the foul going to put Mason Ford at the line for 2 free throws.
Dangerous pass. Ford was ready for it. Able to pick it off.
Second team foul.
And he had to walk it off a little bit as well.
It is called hardwood for a reason. It's not.
You know, that's why people say wrestling's fake. Say, hey, you go fall on that thing. They're landing on
Oh, that's a
plywood.
pad, Dusty. Come on.
Ooh.
I'm just kidding. I know.
Substitution number 13.
I don't know if you saw the wrestler who went after the British reporter.
No.
That's pretty good. That just happened just yesterday.
I almost got introduced to Dusty's left fist.
Yeah. Me and Austin Theory, we both get a little angry as the free throws are good by Mason Ford. Free throws brought to you by NutriCost. Use the code UtahMade, get 30% off your supplements.
Good job breaking it.
Find inside to Hyatt. Hyatt blocked away, but get Nolly with the foul. Gonna put Hyatt at the line. Trey, the junior, can go to the free throw line.
Now here's the thing. When you're bringing that trap in the back door or in the backcourt, if you can get that ball up quickly, you do have numbers. Orem had it. That's a great recovery by Isa coming back. I know we got called for the foul there, but you're going to make Hyatt earn it here.
Someone else agrees with me about no Mike's way, especially if you get to 13. As the free throw no good there by Hyatt. And Hyatt will have one more. Again, NutriCost, Utah-made company. Will help Utah-made athletes. Use the code UtahMade, get 30% off. As Hyatt gets the second, goes 1 of 2. Timpview with a 2-point advantage as we have 6 minutes left. 2 minutes into this quarter and only a couple points to show for it.
At 23-11 second half for the T-Birds.
Over to Isa Nolly. Nolly going at Robinson, got around him at the rim, and Nolly, beautiful finish. And a Utah Facial Plastics timeout, a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Beautiful take and make by Isa Nolly.
This is just experience. Nolly, they're both sophomores, but you see his comfort handling the rock, as we've seen so often today. Once that defense fades, both teams been really apt at being able to take advantage with those rolls and easy finishes.
Doug Henstrom, a Timpview legend as well. I know he's watching the game, watching his T-Birds. As quickly down the floor, it's Robinson along on the 3, Hyatt with the board.
Yeah, he knew that was off.
Now with Dastrup, he's hoping his dad has a good day in Manhattan, Kansas. Down the lane and down the baseline, and Young left it short. Rebound to Jack Allen. He goes up too strong. Rebound to Hyatt. He goes back up. No.
Wow.
And another board. Allen with the lay-in.
I'll tell you what, Timpview made him work for it. I mean, that's a heck of a job sticking with it by Orem, but man, blocks and contested shots. We talked about the range of Timpview earlier, flexing its muscle here in the fourth.
This left side of the floor got a lid on it.
It's been a bear. Don't even have to pay a bear tax.
$5.
I pay the homer tax.
Yeah, they pay the homer tax.
Yeah.
8 seconds on the shot clock.
Crumble?
You just gave it away.
All right.
3 seconds. True. 2. Nolly, force it up. No. Rebound loose. We're going to have a loose ball foul on Orem. That'll be the 13th foul on the Tigers. Reminder, if you have been watching high school basketball this year, first of all, why haven't you been? But fouls reset the quarters just like in the NBA. And after 5 fouls, it's a double bonus. So 1 foul to give for Orem.
And just 1 team foul for Timpview. They continue to be can continue to be quite aggressive with that press and their defense.
Out top, Mason Ford with Dastrup. Out to Nolly. Isa straight away with open shot. Was trying to get that into Tolstrup.
That's a tough matchup for Robinson. He's doing a nice job trying to take that away.
Drop it in now. Tolstrup. Double was coming from Hyatt. Sent out to Openshaw.
Bench wanted that one.
Yeah, they did. And they want to take down the shot clock. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. 5 seconds. Oh, what a shot.
That is great defense by Young. He plays really both angles of that from Ruckert, and Dean just able to raise and hit it.
Rucker makes it a 4-point game. Finds Hyatt inside. Oh, and it crawls off of the big man. And he will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, you see that defense again come up, and that ball's in the middle. And they roll there for Hyatt on the lane to the rim. And just as Timpview, Dusty, you talked about the bunnies they were missing early, Orem's got to have 4 or 5 here in these last 5 minutes.
The free throw, good there from Hyatt. As I said, I got to see this Orem team against Duncanville, Texas. And trust me, the coach from Duncanville knew what he was getting into, and it was a bit too much. This Orem team was shot the lights out. Hyatt had a big afternoon, especially in the second half. As we got a full timeout on the floor, we'll take it as well. It's a Utah Facial Plastics timeout, and we'll be right back. You're watching the 2024 5A State Tournament.
Sugar. Easy for parents, great for kids.
Welcome back in. 3:45 left in the fourth quarter. Again, the winner moves on to the semifinals to take on the winner of Alta versus Brighton. Alta looking to go back-to-back after winning a state championship last year. But right now for Orem, they had to control this game. They were up 13 points, felt like they were going to cruise to a win, and that third quarter was all Timpview. And at the line now is the junior. Hyatt misses the free throw. And a nice box out there by Openshaw, and a chance for Timpview to make it a two-possession game. Outside, Openshaw straight away. In and out on the three. Asher Young comes in for the rebound. And Timpview likes to play close games here at the Huntsman Center. Think back to Colin Chandler and their semifinal win with Santiago. The ball hung on the rim. Dastrup, push shot, crawls home.
Boy, how about that? Great experience there shown by the junior Dastrup. You just find that little open spot on the floor right at the junction. That was one where he felt like, oh, we got to make this one. And he did.
Running clock at 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Game 2, Dane's got to go do lacrosse. We'll have Coach Trey Smith from Cypress joining me on that game. Also have Kinsey Valentine be down on the floor doing reporting. Is the three on the way from Mason Ford is good. Absolutely nails. And a 4-point lead.
Told you he hit a big three in that second matchup that helped Timpview come from behind in the region standings to force a co-region championship, and he just does it again here in the quarters.
Allen swatted away by Openshaw. Officials have not called that all day today. Ford turns it over. Ahead of Dastrup, 2-on-1. Give it up to Jax Allen. Allen into Naliai, gets the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
That's his great job using that break. You see coming back, tries to peel off of that a little bit. Too late.
He already kind of gave that jab.
Yeah.
Big free throws here for Jax Allen, the junior. And he got the first.
I mean, that's the crazy thing, Dustin. When you look at these two rosters, you want to take a guess at how many seniors are on these rosters combined?
6.
4.
That's close.
I mean, they're young. They are young.
They are so young, and they'll be back. I mean, 5A is not going to get a break with these two as Allen gets them both. And a 2-point game. Full timeout to Coach Jace Tavita. It's a Utah Facial Plastics timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back. You're watching the 2024 5A State Tournament.
This is NutriCost Kids Vitamin D Gummies. They contain a child's daily dose of vitamin D for a healthy immune system. They taste amazing, kids love them, and they're low in sugar. Easy for parents, great for kids.
Did you know that Yellow is a really good song by Coldplay? We just learned that during the timeout. 22-13 left in the fourth quarter. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart with you. Got a whole crew with us this week. Austin Bigelow running the camera. Vince Francis running everything. We'll have Ellery's up in his out with commercials, and Kenzie's going to be here as well. They'll both be doing sideline interviews and reporting for us throughout the week. And Dane Stewart, of course, will always be by my side as the layup there from Corbin Hansen. And a lead back to 4.
Looks like Orem got a little confused there defensively, late to recognize Hansen was kind of all alone by the time they got back. Not much they can do. Timpview staying in this zone, Dusty.
So I move the ball side to side. He gets that 2-3 to get Robinson open. Long on the 3 and the rebound to Ruckert.
And in the first half, they were making that shot. And in the second half, that's been the result.
Oh, and there's the foul to Asher Young. And that will be the 4th team foul on Orem. So that was the last one to give, which they want to do here with a minute and a half left, down 2 possessions. Got to extend the game somehow.
Remember last year, Orem came into this game with so much momentum. They were the 14 seed. They beat the 3 seed, the 6 seed. And Timpview able to fend them off. It looked like this year Orem was going to get it done. And boy, this second half, you got to tip your cap to Timpview, Coach Engel. They've been impressive in this back half of the contest, coming back from being down double figures.
So fresh shot clock off after the foul. So they'll have a full 35 seconds. Is Ford going to hold up top with Dastrup. Ford got past him. Sends it back out in Nolly. Going to take down that 35-second shot clock as deep as they can. And for Orem, not essentially at a spot where you got to start standing. Well, there's the foul from Dastrup. Maybe he's looking for the right person to have the ball in their hands. Is Nolly going to go to the line? I don't think Nolly has shot a free throw today. We haven't had a lot of free throws in general.
We haven't had a lot.
So Nolly will step up to the NutriCost free throw line. Again, use the code UtahMade. Get 30% off your supplement order. As their free throw is good. But we appreciate all the support we get from our viewers and the parents. Please support the companies that choose to support us. And it'd be great. Support NutriCost, Utah-made business. As Nolly got the first. Short on the second, out of bounds. I don't know if we'll be able to catch that one. I might have waited a little too long to see whose leg that one off of. We're not going to follow the PSA if you're Kai Wesley. I don't blame you.
Substitution number 13.
Speaking of Kai, he'll come off.
Replacing Wesley.
Offense, defense switch.
Number 2, Corbin Henson. Replacing Colin Tolstra.
As Tolstrup will come off as well. And Hansen will come back on. 2-possession game from Orem. You do not have to chase the 3. Not yet. Dastrup hands off Jax Allen.
1 minute remaining.
Jax over to Dastrup. Dastrup down the lane, leaves it back for Asher Young. He will pull for 3 and hit. Asher Young for 3. And it's a 2-point game with 53 seconds left.
You said you don't have to chase it, but if there's a guy you want in that moment, it's probably him. One of the few seniors on this Orem roster.
Vitamin D gummies. They contain a child's daily.
3-quarter was made by number 3, Asher Young.
You're okay. Don't worry about it. It's her first game. No problem.
Yeah.
Things happen. I do way worse than I run the system
That's
on my
true.
own.
There are times where Dusty doesn't even start the clock, and we're like, hey, it's the fourth quarter, man. It's his first with 8 minutes.
I leave
so
audio off or on.
In fact, for those of you who didn't know, just watch Dusty on baseball coverage, and you'll get to hear him sing all sorts of symphonies and Broadway musicals and all sorts of stuff.
You play Morgan Wallen around me, do that at your own peril, because you're going to hear it. I thought you should know. Hereby Dusty's version. I'll release that one this summer. But a little Bro Talks brought to you by Utah Facial Plastics. I want to thank Utah Facial Plastics, their support. Go to Utah Facial Plastics. Call 801-960-3137. Schedule a consultation and get a chance to learn things. If there's things you want to fix, great. If not, they're going to let you know too. I want to thank Utah Facial Plastics for their support.
Warren with a little pressure here. Could be last game of the season. Can't hold anything back now.
Know the movie. Hit us up. Get a Crumble 4-pack. Hit us up at KSL Sports Rewind on X or Instagram. Get a free Crumble 4-pack. Again, the shot clock down to 12. 9 seconds. Ruckert. Force it up. No. And a chance now for Orem to tie, to send this game to overtime or win with the 3. Man, that was close. Jax Allen finds high up, back out to Dastrup. Dastrup out to Asher Young. Asher, drive the baseline. Got it to go. Tied at 54. Timeout, Izzy Engel. 8.1 seconds left. Dane, this has not been very kind to Asher Young going to baseline.
He hits the 3, and you see him get the step against Ruckert. What a drive by the senior. Right, you got Ruckert ready to go on that. And you see Wesley come over, deflect the shot. I thought it was a good defensive play. Glad we didn't have on them. I didn't see one. But Orem getting the stop they needed, and then Asher Young on the offensive side.
Well, just how clutch Asher Young has been. And we talk about a young man, and it's a chance for me to get on my soapbox during a Utah Facial Plastics Bro Talks moment. Let kids play. And what does that mean? Asher Young's a multi-sport athlete. The kid is an absolute star on the football field. He played wide receiver. He played quarterback with LR3 with all of his knee problems this year. The kid is an absolute stud, and you see the multiple sports. The nerves come down. He comes out, shows out. I mean, he is what you want out of an athlete.
And I love that he's ready for that moment. You want to talk about Utah made, right? I mean, you're ready for the pressure moments. This is a young man. He's unofficially second on the team or third on the team in scoring, unofficially, but one of their top rebounders. Like, he just does everything for this group, or has the ability to, and love that they've gone to their senior. Talk about the disappointment last year after they made that big run. They want to get Orem back because this is an Orem program. Do you know how many state titles Orem has won in program history?
State championship basketball?
Yeah.
10.
One.
Oh, they won one in 2012?
Only one, 2012,
wow.
The only one. And so, look, this is a chance for and this young core to do something that does not happen at Orem very often.
New wrinkle in my brain. That could have been the trivia question. I didn't know it was just the one.
According to the record book.
Okay. 9 seconds left. Timpview with a chance to win in regulation. Here comes Isa Naliai with 5 seconds. Naliai with 3. Naliai. Foul on Jack Allen with 2 seconds left.
Foul. Number 2, checks.
Boy, Naliai has not shied away from these moments either. There's a lot of hand checking there. And I don't know if it's the feet getting caught up that sends him to the floor. I think if Naliai is able to get a shot off, you might not have a call in that moment.
Yeah.
But because there's no shot taken, I can understand the call. We talk about consistency and the physicality. The context of that one.
And that could be a semifinal sending free throw there. There's a tie broken on the free throw from Isa Naliai.
They do have a timeout, but no advancement on a timeout.
Exactly. I was about to bring that up. You're not advancing the ball. I was talking to Utah's all-time leading scorer.
Here's my question. What is this?
Stupid.
Okay. Official kind of stalled. Like, it's not a timeout, guys.
So Naliai made the first.
Missed.
Short on the second. Wesley has that over. Dastrup.
We had a whistle. Had a whistle. Had a timeout.
Yeah, we had a timeout.
Had a timeout taken.
There was a whistle on the play.
Yep. And Asher Young.
Oh, Asher Young called.
Asher Young signaled for the timeout. Now the question is how much time should be on the clock. That ball's live, so the inbound would be in the backcourt. Well, some will come off because I don't know that he called it immediately.
Right, so 2.1, so 0.6.
1-4?
Yeah. Well, none of that. They're going to inbound free throw line, so it'll be on this sideline, I believe. It'll be a full timeout. And they're putting 1 second.
Oh, man.
And here's the thing. There is no overtime unless there's a foul on this play.
Asher Young.
No. An absolute star. But how about nice Naliai? It has not been the best shooting day.
Well, I think he missed that second free throw on purpose.
You think so?
I do.
I would say just to make the first one. Not been a good shooting day from Naliai. He's able to put it all behind him. He makes the first free throw, gets them the lead, and potentially sending them on to the semifinals.
According to stats reported, a 77% free throw shooter. Made free throws a moment ago. Has the leading free throw right now.
Well, now if you're Orem, who are you going to? Is it Asher Young? Is it?
I might actually look for Dastrup in this situation.
So Dastrup, it's going to be interesting because you only get one pass. You're going to inbound. That ball's got to get up. There's not time for, I think you get one dribble maybe at 1.1 seconds.
And I love they put Ruker, or they had Ruker at midcourt ready to defend any pass was going to come to the middle of the field as Dastrup was on the far side. Oh, man.
So timeout is the Ingle. He wanted to see how it lined up. And again, a Utah Facial Plastics timeout. We'll take the quick break. We'll come right back. You're watching the 2024 5A state tournament. We're moving on to the semifinals.
This is apple cider vinegar from NutriCost. This is apple cider vinegar from another leading brand. NutriCost has 500 milligrams of apple cider vinegar. So does this other brand. NutriCost is third-party tested, non-GMO, and gluten-free. This other brand? Well, we're not sure. NutriCost is also available at a great price delivered right to your door. NutriCost has over 500 different products for health and wellness. NutriCost, only what you need.
Welcome back in. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart. 1.1 seconds left. Can Orem hit a miracle shot to get to the semifinals? Baseball pass off the backboard. Robinson at the horn. And Timpview is going to move on to the semifinals.
Wow. What a comeback for Timpview. Felt like Orem had found their mojo. It was the Golden Tigers. We coined them the Running Tigers at one point in this game. And the shooting of Timpview comes back to get it done. Impressive.
It's so impressive. And you think of what Timpview went through. You talk about in that game, Dane, just down 13 points. At the half, it felt like this is all Orem. Orem's going to walk their way into the semifinals, and Timpview just stays with it to get their punch a ticket to the semis.
Yeah, and no one forced it. I mean, you had opportunities for Rucker where the three-point play makes the three. We saw Ford, saw Opachai. I mean, it was just guys finding an opportunity to make an impact and making it more about we than me, right? And I thought a great team effort. And that's one of the things about this Timpview group. You look at them and, yeah, Ruckert's their leading scorer. But when you watch them play, it's like they all had their impact in the game they did here in this quarterfinal.
Who's your Heidemann Associates player of the game?
Well, I was thinking Rucker the entire time, and then you have Naliai who hits the game-leading, and then the game-winning free throws. I'll go with Naliai. Rucker gets a lot of love. I'll go with Naliai late to help lift Timpview.
That was clutch. Absolutely clutch. And for Orem, Coach Jay Stavita and crew, what a year for Orem, and a year that comes up a couple of games short of their largest goal. They'll graduate Asher Young and a couple of seniors, and we want to wish them absolutely the best of luck as they go forward. And what was an outstanding year, a year they won't forget. But this game is all about the Timpview T-Birds and Coach Izzy Engel moving on to the semifinals. They'll play on Tuesday, and they'll play the winner of our next game, Alta versus Brighton. Again, our final score, Timpview 55, Orem 54. Timpview moves on to the semifinals. For Dane Stewart, Ellery Davidson, Vince Francis, and Austin Bigelow, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us and for watching KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of the 2024 5A State Basketball Tournament coverage, brought to you by NutriCost. Use the code UTAHMADE. Get 30% off of your supplement order. As always, we're presented by Heidemann & Associates. Go to utah.law to find the law office nearest you. Get a free consultation. Let them know that Rewind sent you, and they'll take care of you. Again, for all of our crew from KSL Sports Rewind, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back with Alta versus Brighton.